XRP and the pharmaceutical industry. In the first few seconds, you need to know something that could transform not only the financial market, but also the healthcare sector in the United States. The XRP Ledger, better known as XRPL, is being directly integrated into the payment systems of more than 6,500 American pharmacies. And this innovation isn't just a technical detail. It could influence the value of XRP and set a historic precedent for the large-scale adoption of blockchain in regulated sectors like pharmaceuticals. Let's understand how it works. The initiative came from Wellgistics Health, a Nasdaq-listed company that handles payments between pharmacies and manufacturers. By adopting XRP as the basis for its transactions, the company achieves instant transactions at much lower costs compared to the traditional banking system. In practice, XRP eliminates delays, bypasses intermediaries, and provides almost immediate solutions, something that, in a sector as dynamic as pharmaceuticals, can save time and money on a national scale. This move also sends a strong signal of institutional trust. Wellgistics not only integrated the XRP Ledger, but also allocated a $50 million credit line to consolidate the asset's use. More than that, it positioned XRP as a treasury reserve, demonstrating to the market that we are talking about a token considered secure enough to be used within an industry that follows strict regulations such as HIPAA and AML. This opens the door for other companies, observing this success story, to also experiment with XRP as a payments infrastructure. Now, consider the scale. 6,500 pharmacies and over 150 manufacturers are already on the radar, with future plans for direct-to-patient programs. This type of scalable model means that the more transactions settled on the XRPL, the greater the demand for the native token XRP. And as we know, when demand increases and the circulating supply tends to decrease, there is natural upward pressure on the price. Another important factor is market sentiment. On social media, especially on XRP, the XRP community celebrated this step as a milestone for enterprise adoption. This excitement often also generates speculation, which can lead to short-term appreciation. But the long-term vision goes further. The blockchain healthcare sector is expected to grow from $7 billion in 2023 to over $214 billion by 2030. In this growth, proven solutions like the XRPL could gain a leading position. But there are also points of concern. While 6,500 pharmacies is a substantial number, and $50 million seems significant, the impact on XRP's market capitalization, which already exceeds $190 billion, is still small. In other words, the project has potential, but alone it may not be enough to radically change the token's price. The true strength will lie in replicating this model across other sectors and countries. We now arrive at the great reward of this analysis, understanding that XRP's value doesn't depend solely on speculation or isolated announcements, but on the development of real use cases in regulated sectors, with significant companies, and in environments that have decimated efficiency and trust. What we see today with Wellgistics may be just the beginning of a new phase, in which XRP ceases to be just a promise and consolidates itself as an indispensable tool in critical systems, such as healthcare. And before closing, I leave you with a direct invitation. If this content provided clarity and value to you, please share it with others who also seek to understand how the financial and technological future is being shaped now. This simple gesture helps expand the reach of information and strengthens our knowledge community.